Now let us move on to the second technical session on the topic clause by clause discussion on the form 3CD and audit report in the form 3CA and 3CB by CA Naveen Khariwal G. May I request CA Manjunath M. Hallur, Chairman of Bangalore Branch, to kindly escort the speaker onto dais and welcome him with the floral bouquet. Thank you, Chairman, sir. I have privilege in introducing for today's speaker, CA Naveen Khariwal G. FCA is a practicing chartered accountant and partner at Mrs. H.C. Kincha and Company and H.C. Kincha and Associate, Bangalore. Coming from a distinguished family of chartered accountants, he has developed a deep expertise in direct tax over more than 2 decades of professional experience. He has also been an active contributor to several committees and the working group of ICAI, KSCA, Income Tax Department and FKCCI, including participation in the review of Income Tax Bill 2025. He has also deposed before the Parliamentary Select Committee on the new Income Tax Bill. A prolific speaker and a moderator, C.A. Khariwal sir has addressed and conducted over 50 seminars and workshops across the India for various ICI branches and the professional forum on the topic related to income tax, tax audit, reassessment, e-assessment, and demonetization impacts. He has also delivered a session for corporate and educational institutions, including Essential, SAP Lab, FKCCI, and Business Schools, Bangalore, and has conducted sessions for officers of the Income Tax Department and students of ICAI. Beyond his professional commitment, he is an avid cricketer, having represented his colleague and the Bangalore branch of SARC of ICI in multiple tournaments, including the national level cricket for Amity 2015 and the event organized by KSCA. With this brief introduction, I welcome you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Good morning to all the members assembled here. Chairman of Bangalore branch and my good friend Manjunath M. Hallur and other members of the managing committee. So let us straight away get into the issues. And let me tell you, my dear friends, there are a lot of issues and I would like to take all the questions. There is no question of leaving out a single question. So however you feel, whenever you feel, you can interrupt me. Whichever clause, if I am talking about clause 17, where is there a sale of land or building? What is clause 17 telling? There is a sale of land or building. They are telling, concentrate on 2 sections. What are the 2 sections? 43C and 50C. 50C you are not supposed to ask because there is an audit of the business. And 50C comes under capital gains, whereas 43CA comes under stock in trade, which is of business. So you ask me, I'll give the details. Don't blindly fill up. Only if it is sold below guideline value, then you are bound to fill up those details. That is point number 1. I see a lot of chartered accountants blindly fill up all the details in clause 17. If you have sold below guideline value, and that too you know that 10% or 5% as the case may be, or 20% based on different assessment years. If that ratio also does not exceed, don't fill up, sir. So if I am in clause 17, you can ask me a question on clause 41. What is clause 41? Any demand other than Wealth Tax Act 1957 or Income Tax Act 1961 appearing from 1981, go and click in utilities portal. If you click in the portal, the demand comes from 1981. Suppose there are custom arrears, excise, etc., etc., or GST arrears, etc., and you are in appeal. As of today, it is pending in appeal. The clause says 41, tell me what are the arrears under any act on this earth other than Income Tax Act and other than Wealth Tax Act, and what is the proceedings, relevant proceedings as on today. So that also details you will have to give there. Clause 41, be careful. For example, clause 37, 38, 39. What is clause 37, 38, 39? All same, sir. They are talking about Finance Act, when the service tax came, customs, excise. What are they telling about this? They are telling if cost audit, if under that cost audit, under section erstwhile 233 of Companies Act 1956, if there was a cost audit, if there was excise audit, there was a service tax audit, any matter, item, disqualified by such auditor, that item, matter, etc., you give details here. What was disqualified under those act? But how am I? Can I get a report of cost audit? Can I get a report of excise? Can I get a report of service tax, etc., before the due date for income, your tax audit itself? So, very carefully they are asking 37, 38, 39, give me the details of disqualification of any item, matter or quantity under the respective acts. So, that detail you have to give here, which may have an impact on your income tax audit. So, wherever there, and you have, again, this contingent liability, 21G, you have issues there. Why do you want to break your head and report unnecessarily? It is given in notes to accounts, you are not debited to the profit and loss account. If it is debited to profit and loss account, make an attempt to disclose. If it is there in notes to account, don't unnecessarily exhibit your knowledge and fill up clause 21G, which will be disallowed. You want better business, then you fill up clause 21G, intimation will come. So against the intimation, what to do? Under 246 capital A of the Act, file an appeal within 30 days from the date of receipt of intimation. Then 20% of the demand, etc., which will be, allowed. But faceless appeal. So when you file an appeal under 246A, 21G, you are not debited to P&L account. If it's a provision, fine. Contingent liability, I am giving in notes to accounts. I have no business to declare in 21G. You will tell for better disclosure, I want to declare, and you have declared there. It will be added. CPC will pick it up and addition will be made. So then 246A. KSCA, we represented select committee. I told them, what did I request them? 250 subsection 6A, present class. Our chairman is in, speed, and now is telling, sir, we have to discuss about the new income tax bill. New income tax act now, rather. So he's already in the mode of discussing, and he wants to have a session comprising pool of trying to collect at least 10 to 12 speakers on all the important topics and trying to do a workshop by requesting, we have to request Padamji and Chaitanya also to come forward, and then along with the pool of 10 speakers will be the first workshop in India on the new income tax act. As and when it happens, a thorough deliberation on all the sections, all the important sections, which would be one of its kind in all over India. Anyway, come to the point, sir, now. Select committee, we represented 250 subsection 6A, 246A. What is it telling? The CIT appeals may, where it is possible. The section is telling CIT appeals may, where it is possible, take up the case for hearing and pass an order within 1 year from the end of financial year of the appeal is filed. Sir, the word may, we requested select committee, sir, you make that may shall. If you don't make it shall, 10 years, 7 years, 8 years, faceless appeal is pending. Faceless appeal is pending. They don't want to take up the case. Why? Because the section says CIT appeals may, wherever it's possible, take up the case for hearing and pass an order. When we asked them, they told, yes, you want to reduce the time limit 6 months or 2 years. No, sir, we are all fine by everything. Within 1 year from the end of financial year in which appeal is filed, which is the time limit also for passing of an intimation 143(1) under the present act. So they told, no, we are fine, there's a good suggestion, but we cannot take it on record. Sit down, finish. Similarly, Mr. Padam also got up and asked, department for the first time was very happy with Mr. Padam. He raised the issue, why you want a new act karke? Whatever you want to make changes, put it in the new act. In the old act itself, because 65 years this act has seen and all judgments have gone till Supreme Court, reached finality. You are going to open a Pandora's box again. So somebody was telling me 2.5 lakhs words deleted, it has become more simplified. Who told you, sir? The lawyers are getting ready in the High Court now. Let you implement the new income tax act. Then we will show you what stuff the chartered accountants and what stuff the lawyers are made of. Anyway, so what I am telling you is, here it is a simple thing, which they did not understand, they did not implement. If you do not implement, it boils down 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, appeals are still pending. So nothing can be done. Now come to this discussion, sir. Straight away we'll go to some important classes due to the time limit. Straight away I want to jump into MSME. Class 22 and class 26. So I asked my friend during the tea break, what are you doing? Sir, I am giving disclosure, disclaimer. That's all it all. I am not filling any items. My good friend Deepak, who is going to take the next session, he clearly told me, I am not filling anything, sir. I am giving disclaimer, disclosure. Don't discuss about 43BH itself. But having now, agreed to take a session, we'll have to discuss all the issues. Then you can continue the disclaimer, disclosure in the afternoon when you do the audit. But just understand at least, okay, what are the issues? Let me tell you, this presentation is updated with the latest guidance note of your 2025, and I'll have to, congratulate the persons behind this guidance note. They have done a terrific job. So it's all updated. There may be here and there mistakes, no doubt about it, but they have done a terrific job. This guidance note is worth reading based on your issues. Whatever you feel, whenever you feel you have an issue, it's very well done, in fact. So this presentation basically is a cut copy paste of entire guidance note. Wherever these clauses are there, I have taken that and I have, put the observations as well as, the paragraphs from the guidance note. So first we'll have to go to clause 22 and then clause 26 to discuss about MSME, and then 269 SS and T. Let us see what is there. Then we can come to your, the same old questions with the same old answers. Nothing, sir, no change. Now let us start here. Clause 22. Yes. What is clause 22 here? 22A is telling amount of interest inadmissible, and 23 of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Act was already there, sir. It was already there. Any question here, please ask, sir. I am not going front without understanding this, everything. This was always there. So any interest will be disallowed. Whether or not you have deducted TDS, not deducted TDS, don't bother at all. Any interest paid to MSME Act will be disallowed. You'll have to report in clause 22, 22A. Come to 22B. Any amount not allowable under clause H of 43B. So, what is the format in e-utility now? If you see in the e-utility format, 22.1, absolutely no problem, very simple. Whatever interest is inadmissible, the word used is inadmissible. I'll tell you what is the importance. So, fill it there. Come down, sir. Total amount required to be paid to micro or small enterprise as referred to in section 15 of MSME Act during the previous year. Of the amount referred to in 2 above, amount paid up to time given under section 15, not paid up to time given under section 15 and inadmissible for the previous year. You have goofed up. You have goofed up in this class, sir. The reason is, amount of interest inadmissible, there is no problem. Come down. Total amount required to be paid to a micro or small as referred to in 15. What is 15 of MSME Act telling? You have made purchases from micro or small, medium enterprises are out of it. You have made any purchases, example, or any payments to all these manufacturing companies or service providers. They are telling, I am giving you a deadline. What is the deadline? What is the limitation? You have a written agreement, it is 45 days. You don't have a written agreement, it is 15 days. Within that time, you make me the payment, else face disallowance. What disallowance? What purchases are made, you are deeming it as income. It is deemed income which will be added back to the total income under section 43BH, 43B, clause A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Stop. Whatever payments made under A to G, they are telling, I am giving you further time up to the date of filing return of income. If you were to make proviso, says, if you were to make payment up to the date of filing return of income, I am going to allow it. Forget about 43B clause H. If you pay beyond 15 days, beyond 45 days, they are telling, in the previous financial year, I am going to disallow. When will I allow? In the year of payment. Don't worry, it will be allowed in the year of payment. Even though you make the payment up to the date of filing return of income, I am not going to allow. Fine, sir. So, 15, you understood. 15 days, 45 days, section 15, no problem. Section 16, section 18, your interest, etc. Section 15, 16, 17, 18. What is the rate of interest? MSME Act. 3 times the bank rate. They are telling it is 3 times the bank rate. Is it allowable? It is not allowable. Now, what is the mistake they have done here? What they could have improved here? Total amount required to be paid to micro or small referred to in 15 of MSME Act. During the entire year, whatever purchases have made from micro and small, I'll have to fill up here. Total amount required to be paid during the entire financial year. We are in assessment year 25-26. Entire financial year 24-25, you write there. Suppose 500 rupees I made the payment. I mean, required to be paid, 500, I put it there. Of the amount referred to in 2 above, paid up to time given under 15. Sir, during the financial year, suppose 5 crores payments are there, 3 crores I paid within time. That means I made purchases in September. I paid in March. It is beyond 15. It is beyond section 15, sir. But because it is paid during the financial year, it is allowed in this year. So where to fill that figure? Out of 5 crores, 3 crores I paid during the financial year, but it's paid beyond the time limit specified under section 15. Where is the column for that? Out of 5 crores, first I'll fill up 5 crores there, amount of interest inadmissible in section 23, 5 crores. Okay, total amount required to be paid. Amount referred to in paid up to time given under 15. Out of 5 crores, how much I paid within time and not paid and inadmissible. That means, say out of 5 crores, 2 crores I did not make payment at all. 2 crores I made payment beyond 15 and 45 days. So 2 crores will be disallowed. I'll dump it there. Because I made purchases in say March 28th I made purchase. 15 days time or 45 days time. Beyond April 15th I paid. So you have to fill up there, it is inadmissible. Balance 2 crores is disallowed, balance 3 crores paid up to time given under 15. It is not paid up to time given under 15. It is paid what? During the financial year, but beyond 45 days, 15 days. So therefore that 3 crores I cannot fill up there. So they should have given one more column, not paid up to time given under 15 and admissible for the previous year. The word admissible for the previous year is missing. Therefore what happened? Therefore, what has happened, if I don't fill up that, now don't think, many members are of the opinion, sir, A and B I'll fill up, auto-populate. It will auto-populate and that figure, sir, sorry, if you want to fill up correctly. That figure 2 is not the sum total of A and B. Because what is paid during the year, but which is also beyond the time limit under section 15, but which is allowable during the previous year. Why? Because it is paid during the previous year. But beyond 15 days, 45 days, still allowable. For that, there is no column to be filled. So don't think that it's only auto population. A and B I'll fill up, automatically that will become 2. That is wrong. That is not correct. So these are one of the issues. And then again, micro and small. So lot of issues are there. People are thinking lot of issues. What is the date of check? You will call up. Between me and you, supplier and vendor, we have a very good relationship. Sir, my payment terms of payment is 90 days. My term of payment is 75 days. My term of payment is 60 days. Fine. All that is fine. But law mandates you please pay within 45 days. You may be on good terms, etc. But are you micro, are you small? You are bound to pay within 45 or 15 days, failing which you will attract disallowance. Suppose that fellow is micro or small. That fellow is not registered on Udyam portal. He is not registered. Then also he is not micro or small. Take it from me. Fellow is not registered, no question of disallowance. Now again, Udyam portal, you are thinking that if I get MSME number, can I go on Udyam portal and find out? Sir, Udyam portal, if you go today, it is updated, it is always 1 year back. Today, I don't know what is the status of that micro or small as on today. 1 year back, what was the turnover? 1 year back, what is the status will come? 1 year back, fellow would have been micro or small. Today, maybe medium. So why should I make a disallowance? It is still not linked. Everything is linked here. Aadhaar, your PAN, your demat account. So many things are linked. Everybody knows about this. So what is not linked? Still Udyam is not linked. So 1 year, 2 years, you have relief. 1 year, 2 years, you have relief. After 2 years, when everything is linked, then you cannot help it, sir. It will be totally added back. So there you will have that working capital problem, etc. when you will have to pay tax. So again, one more issue I told you, he will call up. Sir, I am giving you the check, so that we will tell, and I will pass on BRS entry in books. BRS. So check I gave you. It will be, what? Deemed to have been paid within time. But he will tell, don't deposit in the bank. You deposit after 2 months, 3 months, etc. But you will tell BRS check issued, all that. And Negotiable Instruments Act, Supreme Court judgment is there. The date of realization of check goes back to the date of issue of check. All these are there before this section has come, sir. All these you will have to take up in a new way before the tribunal. So that is different matter. The tribunal will ask you on that day, bank account ತೋರಿಸ್ರಿ. Bank account ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಫಂಡ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಚೆಕ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಲ್ಲ, ಚೆಕ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದ ಫಂಡ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು? Sir, 1 crore I have to give. How much fund? 1.2 crores were there. Why didn't he present the check? Who will keep quiet? You have funds, you have issued the check, that fellow did not present. I will not allow karke. So all this will be on facts. So these are, a lot of issues are there. All these techniques you are trying, it is not possible, sir. All this, in the short run, it will be very difficult. So these are issues paid up to time given under 15, not paid up to time given under section 15 of MSME Act. See there, and inadmissible for the previous year. So that is also very important. Now, Now, if you see this, the investments and turnover limits, when do you become a micro and when do you become small? Don't take this, sir. This is applicable from 1st April 25. That means from assessment year 26, 27 onwards. Some people are getting confused. MSME, micro or small, based on investment in plant or machinery or based on investment, your annual turnover. So, 1/7/20 to March 25, what was the figure? Micro, it is 1 crore, small 10 crores, medium 50 crores. Annual turnover from 1/7/20 to March 25, it is 5 crores. Small, it is 50 crores. Medium, it is 250 crores. With effect from 1/4/25 onwards, it has become 10 crores, 100 crores, 500 crores. This is for the next year, sir, not for this year. Don't get confused. And don't get confused and don't treat small and medium as, small and micro as medium. This definition is not applicable for assessment year 25-26, applicable only from 26-27. Because 1 crore, here it is with effect from 26-27, 2.5 crores. Again 10 crores, sir, for small became 25 crores. And especially for medium, 50 crores has become now 125 crores. So a lot of disallowances from next year. Liability of buyer to make payment. Now again, that 15 days, 45 days, from which date you will calculate, sir? From which date you have to calculate? From the date of invoice, from date of delivery of goods, from which date you will calculate? Or if there is no response at all, 15 days, 45 days, how will you calculate, sir? What are the issues? Our Raju is telling, I have given disclosure, disclaimer, don't ask about any issues. So 15 days from date of delivery of goods, 15 days or 45 days from date of delivery of goods. Again, the issue may come, suppose you are keeping quiet. There is something called as deemed acceptance under MSME Act. If you have any objection that goods specified you have not received, take the objection before 15 days itself. Send a mail, shoot a mail. It cannot be done backdated. You have to shoot a mail at that time only. That mail will be stored for posterity. Shoot a mail, and only when they are satisfied, suppose 60 days are gone, 70 days are gone, then you have received the goods as per your custom, as per your specification, then that will be, then the 15 days, 45 days will start from that, after the objection is resolved, after the objection is settled. So all these you can keep it as a mode of, if you do tax planning, that mail should go within 15 days. It cannot go after 15 days. So says the MSME Act. Date from which and rate which interest is payable, section 16. Three times rate notified by Reserve Bank of India. Is it working or not working? Yes, sir. If it is complained through the MSME portal itself, then only this works. But if you complain there, then that you lose that supplier or vendor. Next time is not going to purchase from you. You are going to lose that supplier. Interest not to be allowed at deduction. Section 23 is crystal clear. Section 23 of MSME Act overrides the entire Income Tax Act. It is telling notwithstanding anything contained in any Income Tax Act 1961. That notwithstanding word you are not going to listen from next year. This is the last time you are going to listen to this word in this tax audit seminar. From next year onwards, notwithstanding is replaced by irrespective. So notwithstanding word goes out and word what has come is irrespective. Anyway, overriding effect. Section 24 is very powerful of MSME Act, which says provisions of 15 to 23 shall have effect, notwithstanding anything inconsistent contained in either law for the time being in force. MSME Act will apply over all the acts in this world. 24. Then, our guidance note is also given certain details, sir. If you see, what about these retailers? So, guidance note is telling, office memo, 1st September 21. It says that categorically the benefits to retail and wholesale traders, MSMEs, are restricted to priority sector lending only. You are not going to get other benefits of MSME Act. Only for the purpose of priority sector lending, that's all. Now, these are some examples we have given, 43PH in different cases, how it is. If you see day of acceptance or deemed acceptance, 20th March, agreed upon payment date in writing, 19th April, due date of payment as per 15 of MSME Act, very important. Due date of payment 19th April, thinking that there is, that is 19th April, within 45 days, actual date of payment 19th April, allowed in 25-26. So something like that we have given examples. Appointed day. What is that appointed day? Suppose there is no agreement in writing. There is something called as appointed day. You will have to be careful. Appointed day means the day following immediately after the expiry of period of 15 days from the day of acceptance or day of deemed acceptance of any goods or services by a buyer from the supplier. Very simple. Thus, in cases where there is no agreement in writing, the maximum period of 45 days will not hold good and the payment will have to be made before the appointed day for purpose of 15 of MSMED Act 2006. What is written agreement, sir? Should there be written agreement? Should it be on stamp paper? Should it be notarized? Should it be in form of an affidavit? What do you mean by written agreement? Pardon, sir? Black and white. Pardon, sir? Purchase order itself is a written agreement. Any other view, sir? Any other view? Don't think that written agreement, there should be a written agreement. As rightly pointed out, even purchase order will be a written agreement. And behind, there will be terms of repayment, etc. Thus, in cases where there is no agreement in writing, maximum period of 45 days will not hold good and the payment will have to be made before the appointed day for the purpose of section 15 of MSMED Act 2006. Yes, sir. So this is what I was telling. Amount of interest inadmissible. No, total amount required to be paid to MSME 500. Paid up to given time under 15 is 100. Not paid up to time given under 15. That is 100. So not paid up to time given under 15, but not paid, but paid during the previous year and admissible. That is 300. That column nowhere it is there to be filled. So this column 300, which is paid during the year. You made purchases during the year, suppose in April, I paid by 31st March. No problem, sir. It's allowed. Not paid under time limit under 15, but allowed. But to fill up that, there is no column there. So choice is yours. What stand you will take, where you will insert that. Choice is yours, if you are filling them. Any issue, sir? Any question on this?
Amount required to be paid is payable or?
Which one, sir? Amount? First one. Yes, it's
payable.
No, that 22 clause 2. Yes, it is even payable also. You are right. Required to be paid. Required to be paid. So please be careful, it is paid or payable there. Yes, sir. Please sit down.
Whenever there is a delta, because you said that 500 is the amount which I need to pay.
Overall, as you told, no, during their total purchases, example, total purchases 500. Yeah.
I paid it in the due date is 100.
Correct.
After inadmissible.
Yes.
100.
Yes.
So there is a delta of 300.
Correct.
So if there is a delta of 300, then for sure there should be a clause 1 also.
So 300 where you will fill?
I am not filling 300.
Okay. So 100, 100 and 500, that's all.
That's all.
Fine.
Then there is a delta of 300.
Right.
So now I have paid after the due date, but it's admissible.
Correct. Correct.
Then I should pay interest to the MSME.
That is, if they rake up, sir, why you want to voluntarily pay? You need not make provision also here.
Correct.
Yes.
So department may ask me question on that or not?
No. See, I have not made any provision. If at all I make provision, I deduct TDS, etc., I should anyway disallow it. If at all you make interest payment also, blindly you disallow. So if you make interest payment, it is an additional outflow for your client. Secondly, on that will be disallowed and you have to pay full tax, whether you pay or don't pay. Thirdly, you have to pay 3 times the bank rate. So it is based on the understanding between the vendor and supplier basically. If that fellow doesn't demand, please don't make a provision there. Any other questions, sir, MSME, before we move to SS and TS, sir? Sir, capital asset, whether MSME will apply? Very good question. Whether 43BH will apply, sir? What is your opinion? Unless debited to P&L account will not apply. It's telling expenditure you should have claimed debited to P&L account. I am showing in my balance sheet. I am not claiming as an expenditure at all. So in my opinion, we can take this opinion. Don't worry. This is the same opinion given in the guidance note also. They are telling it will apply. First they are telling it will apply for capital goods. But because it is not an expenditure, it is not debited to my P&L account, I can very well take the stance that I am not going to make a disallowance on 43BH. Suppose 100% is allowed, sir. Then you will have to change your opinion again. Because 100% allowed means it will be debited to your P&L account, example. Then you will have to change your opinion and then 43BH may apply. So guidance note is telling clearly, sir, that if it's a capital expenditure, then at first they are telling 43BH would apply. But since it's not an expenditure which is debited to P&L account, kindly do not enforce 43BH upon capital goods. Very good question. Any other question, sir? 43B clause, yes, sir. Pardon, sir? 100%, sir. Very good question. Depreciation on the asset will be allowed because depreciation is not an expenditure. Depreciation is an allowance. Supreme Court judgments are there. So depreciation will be allowed. Suppose that asset is purchased in cash, then even depreciation will not be allowed. Yes, sir? See, I am going by the guidance note. If you want to qualify, you can qualify, but it will have an impact on the client then. It will have an impact. Now, where to qualify? Where to qualify? Where to put the qualification? Take an issue now. Suppose it is 44. Suppose it's a company. Suppose it's a company, I am giving Form 3CA. I am not giving 3CB. Suppose it's an LLP or a Companies Act. I have done the audit under LLP and Companies Act. Thereby, I am not giving 3CB, I am giving 3CA. Where will you qualify? You have to go in 3CA only, sir. There is no 3CD. I mean, your straight qualification, disqualification will come in 3CA itself. Now again, one more point you have not noted, my dear friends. You are generating UDIN. What are the changes in UDIN? Modified, unmodified, then? What, sir? Huh? There one word is there, other matter. Is it an opinion, not an opinion? Or everybody is going modified, unmodified, etc. What, sir? Already we generated urine, why you are wasting our time now? Over. What, sir? Modified, unmodified, then what is there, sir? I mean, you are qualified, etc. This time, Institute, UDIN, they have asked all this which they never used to ask. So they want to know, probably, they want to know how many reports are qualified, how many are adverse, how many are unmodified. What is your opinion? Everybody has put modified or unmodified? Or qualified, adverse? What, sir? Most of us modified or unmodified? Unmodified. Anybody other matter? Or, I mean, qualified or adverse opinion, etc., etc. Pardon, sir? In other matter. Okay. So these are opinions I am telling you. See, he had an opinion, other matter also I will go. Somebody told I will go modified, somebody told I am unmodified. Probably the institute wants a record. How many reports have gone? How many audits are there today? How many CS are doing audit? Round about 70,000 tax audits are there all over India. Round about 33,000, 34,000 chartered accounts are doing the audit. They want to see how many have given what, modified, unmodified, what they have given reports. Which report? 3CD, I know how we are filling. Nil, not applicable. Nil, not applicable. Then all disclaimer, disclosure. Over audit. Disclaimer, finish. Where to give all the disclosure and disclaimer? Where, sir? Pardon, sir? 3CA and 3CB, you know which para to give? How many disclosures, I mean, how many disclaimers can I give? There are 17, 16 and 17 is others. 1 to 16 if you tick, it will be all be negative in nature. 1 to 16 are all negative in nature if you go utility and check. Only 17 says others. So whatever are there, you dump it in others. In others, you have to dump it there. Don't tick 1 to 16. 1 to 16, if you are to tick, in one of the observations, it is telling value of closing stock not ascertainable. How did you, sir, audit then? Value of closing stock not ascertainable. He came very much ascertainable. Sir, tax side, reduce closing stock. I say. Why do you worry? So, you know, closing stock figure has got, but there it's telling value of closing stock not ascertainable, we tick that. Anyway, we'll come there, we'll see some more issues. So, be careful. It is not A and B means it is not auto-populated. The total will not match, sir, at all. Unless they come out with a new column like this in the next 3CD, not paid up to time given under 15, but paid during the previous year and admissible for the previous year. So I have given 3 types, sir. 3 types scenario, 1, 2, 3. Nothing, no originality, sir. I got it on social media, I have dumped it here. Whichever want you can use, or you mix all 3 and use. Don't put everything same. Now scenario 1, verification on test check basis and based on representation received from client regarding MSME classification. In the course of our audit for purpose of verifying disallowances under 43BH as per clause 22, we have conducted verification on test check basis. We have relied on MSME classification provided by the auditee and the representations made by management. We have not independently verified the accuracy of MSME classification. Consequently, our verification of the compliance with 43BH is based on information and representations provided by auditee's management, and our opinion is formed based on the selected samples reviewed. Our opinion is thus dependent on the correctness of these classifications, representation and samples adequacy. Due to these limitations, amount of disallowance may not be accurate or complete. This at all if you have got some certificates, micro and small. If is able to give some certificates, if you are able to test check or sample analysis, etc. Otherwise, you cannot put this. 100% verified, however, based on auditee's MSME classification and management representation. We have not independently verified accuracy. Then absence of necessary records, hence unable to verify on 43BH. We noted auditee does not maintain complete records necessary to verify disallowance on 43BH. Consequently, we are unable to determine whether all amounts claimed under this section have been correctly accounted for and duly paid. This limitation restricts our ability to verify the completeness and accuracy of the compliance with 43BH and thereby reporting in clause 22. As such, report is qualified to this extent. So this qualified to this extent. If you are not comfortable with that first three paragraphs, the last line you can omit. Let us go to 269 SS and T, sir. What is the change? Clause 31. If you see in clause 31, pardon, sir? Pardon, sir? Right? No. That will not work, sir. He is telling purchases made during the year are not sold during the year. It is lying in closing stock only. Already I have added the income in closing stock. Sir, in 31, see the amendment 269 SS and T. What they have done? Very interesting amendment brought about in 3CD for clause 31, 269 SST as well as 269 ST. What are they asking you and how will you fill up? Old things we'll discuss later. Let us discuss the new things first. See, what they are asking you 12 types of repayments. Acceptance of loan, SS and T. Acceptance and T is repayment. What acceptance and what repayment are specified? They are specified some loans or deposits as well as specified some specified advances. Okay. Now here they are asking and 269 ST, cash payment, cash receipt, payment through a non-account pay check, receipt through a non-account pay check, transfer of asset, transfer of liability, conversion of asset, conversion of liability, journal entry debit, journal entry credit, any other mode, debit, any other mode credit. What is your opinion, sir? Who has filled up? Suppose the creditor is there, acceptance of loan or deposit, no problem, specified sum or specified advance, which is there in the statute with effect from 1st of June 2015 onwards. What is specified sum and specified advance? Whenever there is a cash shortage, what they used to do earlier, if there is a immovable property, they used to take some cash advance for sale of property. They used to make one agreement, take that in cash. In the year next year when they have sufficient cash, they used to make the payment that the CBDT came to know. So they told even that transaction immovable property, whether or not the transaction goes through, if it is more than 20,000, it will attract disallowance, 269 SSNT. With this amendment has come as early as 1st of June 15 onwards itself. So any immovable property, you have given any advance or you have received any advance, specified some specified advance, more than 20,000, 100% penalty, sir, SSNT. Anyway, you come here now. What are they telling here? Yes, sir. Cash payment. See how they are asking you. Suppose there is a violation. Cash payment, you put 100% penalty. Cash receipt. Payment through a non-account pay check. It's not an account page. It's an open check, bearer check, etc. So all that is not considered not a non-account pay check. Cross check, uncross check, etc. It is not an account pay check. Transfer of asset. Suppose I were to purchase a phone from Raju. I took loan from Raju, 1 lakh. I am not able to repay the loan. So I gave him my iPhone. I gave him my iPhone as repayment. Or I gave him shares. Conversion of asset. Conversion of liability. Or the transaction is knocked off through journal entry. Or a creditor expired. One creditor I took person from A expired. So now who is it? It is B. So that A now will become B. So that repayment, conversion of asset, conversion of liability, journal entry, debit, receipt through account, non-account pay check. That liability went on to his legal heir. So ways and means, if you write that, I think except for that first four, no, from E to L, you may not face any problem. There are already case laws, sir. They are telling if a loan or deposit or specified sum, specified advance, etc., is knocked off through a journal entry, already you have judgments. They are telling there is no cash implication there. I am fine by it. Courts are telling I am fine by it. Although there is a violation of SSNT, courts are telling this repayment or acceptance by way of journal entry, I am fine as long as there is no cash element involved. Suppose cash payment, cash receipt is there and non-account pay check is there, then you have a problem there. So all these are examples. Converted, that loan is converted into shares, debentures, or I gave jewelry instead of the loan. I gave iPhone example, I gave a car. So what is your opinion? How will you report there? You have to fill up their journal entry. Any other mode they are asking. They are telling you give idea. Any other mode also you are making payment. They want to get that idea. What, sir? So that also they are asking there. So this time, and see the heading there. You have not seen the heading. What is the heading of that clause? Particulars of each repayment. Now, what is the guidance note also telling? What is the heading? Each repayment of loan or deposit. Each acceptance of loan or deposit. So I were to borrow from Mr. Vishnu Bharat 1 lakh 10 times during a year. 1 lakh I borrowed 10 times during a year and I repaid 10 times during a year along with interest. I borrowed 10 lakhs from Vishnu Bharat first day of each month. Last day of each month I happened to pay to Mr. Vishnu Bharat 1 lakh along with interest. So the question therefore is each repayment, each acceptance, 1 lakh shall I fill up Vishnu Bharat 10 times? Repayment also 10 times? Or I'll club everything 10 lakhs and 10 lakhs. And then interest. What is your opinion? Pardon, sir? Separately is telling I'll fill up 10 times. Pardon, sir? So Raj is saying cumulative 10 lakhs only once I'll fill up. Then? Entry wise. Line item, that's what he says only. 10 times I'm going to fill. What is your opinion, sir? That will run into several pages, 3 CD or 2 screen SSNT. Full ledger. What about interest then? That interest is journal entry. So where will you put? Are we putting, are we not putting? We used to tell no, does not include transaction by way of journal entries. What is your opinion, sir? Anybody filling only cumulative? Pardon, sir? Anybody filling only cumulative and anybody not giving that, suppose I have credited to the account of the creditor interest and I am not giving the details. Can I go ahead? Can I not go ahead? What is your opinion? Yes, sir. Nature of amount, receipt or repayment? See their nature of amount, receipt or repayment. Codes also they have given. The code list inserted, these are all guidance note paras, sir. The code list inserted by way of note 1 signifies the receipt of loan or deposit or specified sum, etc. by way of journal entry, transfer of asset, etc. If the loan is repaid, see example they are giving. Guidance note is very restricted. They are not giving many examples here. If the loan is repaid by transfer of asset like machinery or land, then reporting under 31C relating to repayment of loan is required. Likewise, reporting under 31C would also be required where loan is converted into equity shares. Then as regards, an example can be where a non-banking finance company or an asset reconstruction company acquires loan assets of a bank. Then the consideration for which is wholly or partly in the form of security receipts. In this case, reporting would be required by acquirer in clause 31A in relation to loan accepted under relevant code. Then the guidance note is telling the tax auditor must check the complete movement of loans and deposits, including outstanding loan and deposits at the beginning of the year, loans taken, deposits accepted and repaid during the year. he should carefully examine the books of account, check if the loans taken repaid and deposits accepted repaid or through any of the modes as indicated in the code list above. Now, we don't know what is going to happen because I saw one case in scrutiny where, the firm is there and there's a partnership firm and the loan creditor. So, the books of the loan creditor have been taken up for scrutiny. In that, what they are telling, you are a creditor in that because 3CD and link is there. That partnership firm, you gave a loan of 1 crore, repaid 10 crores, etc. All that it has come in the scrutiny of the loan creditor. Direct link from the 3CD of that firm for which you gave a loan. So there, if the figures are not properly, it may have an impact here. This is how, the AI is now working now. Firm case is not taken up for scrutiny. The creditor's case is taken up for scrutiny. In a firm, he had given a loan, taken, repaid, etc. That figure is captured by 3CD. That figure is captured, clause 31, etc. captured. That is being reproduced in the creditor's scrutiny. So then, fortunately, if the figures are filled correctly, okay. They will ask the source. You gave a loan, give the source. You are telling through banking channel, give me copies of bank statements, etc., etc. So you have to be careful while filling up. Any questions, sir, or any suggestion? Consider a case where a company has received a loan during the year on 15 different dates. Suppose a company has received loan on 15 different dates. Out of these, 14 receipts were made through proper banking channel. All account pay checks, sir, or electronic transfer, while only one transaction was recorded through a journal entry. Even with the new amendment introducing drop-down based reporting, there remains ambiguity in how to handle such mixed mode transaction. Revised format does not clearly indicate whether each transaction needs to be disclosed separately based on the mode of receipt or whether a consolidated reporting approach is acceptable. That 14 cases what we took through bank account, no, that is nowhere asking. He's telling only other than that you give me detail. 14 I took transactions through bank, don't disclose. I am not bothered. Only one which is taken through journal entry, that you disclose here. In the absence of specific guidance, practical approach would be to report 14 compliant transactions, single line item. They are telling 14 line items you report as a single line item. In the category of account paycheck, naturally, or draft banking channel, or NEFT, RTGS, etc. And report that single journal entry only under journal entry or otherwise than by an account paycheck draft category. So these are all mere opinions. You'll have to wait and watch. So another, issue I want to take on your clause 9A and B about partnership firm. What is that, sir? Clause 9 and 9B? Partnership firms. Reconstitution, yes. So suppose there is change in profit sharing ratio, there is reconstitution of the firm, death of partner, retirement of partner, admission of partner, etc., etc. What is the issue and how will we fill up here? Only practical clauses we are taking, and then you can tell any clause we can take up issues on those respective clauses. Yes, sir. Clause 9. If a firm or association of person indicate names of partners, members, profit sharing ratio. No problem. So it's a firm, there are 3 partners, you indicate names and their profit and no problem. B is telling if there is any change in the partners or members or in their profit sharing ratio, since the last date of preceding year, the particulars of such change. Very good. I'll, report that also. Any change here, select, add details, etc. Now, moment this clause comes, moment there is reconstitution, you have to remember 2 important sections of the Act, 45(4) and 9B. What is 45(4) and what is 9B? 45(4) is telling there is reconstitution or dissolution. 9B is telling what, sir? 9B is telling there is also reconstitution, but 9B is telling I have received stock in trade or capital asset. 9B is telling specified person. Who is specified person? Partner. Partner has received from specified entity, that is your firm. So 9B is telling if the partner has received stock in trade or capital asset on reconstitution, then firm has to pay tax. If you are receiving capital asset, capital gain. If you are receiving stock in trade, pay taxes, business. There you apply normal provisions. 9B is telling. Stock in trade means 28. Sir, fair market value of stock in trade, you apply. Who will pay tax? Recipient is partner, but firm has to pay tax. Similarly, capital asset, apply normal provisions of 45. Firm has will pay tax as capital gains. No problem there. 9B. Here when I come to 45.4, it's only capital asset. They are telling firm has received, partner has received, your specified person has received what? Either capital asset or cash or check. So they have given a formula there. If the specified person has received from specified entity, which is the firm, you have received check or capital asset, apply the formula A is equal to B plus C minus D. What is A? Capital gain. What is A is equal to B plus C minus D. What is B? Cash or check. Plus C, fair market value of the capital asset. Minus D. What is D? Capital standing to the credit of the partner as on the date of reconstitution. 45.4 does not talk about dissolution, sir. 9B is talking there. 45.4 is only capital asset. I mean your reconstitution. It does not talk about dissolution. One section is talking about only reconstitution. One section says reconstitution and dissolution. So partner expires, partner admitted, partner retires. Be careful, there is 45.4 and 9B. Now if you apply 45.4, suppose my capital, fellow retires. Now myself, Raidu and Manoj and Raju are partners in a firm. So Raidu retires from the firm, capital is 1 crore. Firm is giving him 1 crore 11 lakhs. Example, 1 crore 11 lakhs. On 11 lakhs, firm will pay tax, sir, at 30%. Matter ends. I gave him check. First example, clear. No problem. 45.4, Raidu exited from the firm, retired. 11 lakhs extra I gave. Capital as on the date of reconstitution, 1 crore 11 lakhs. No problem. Suppose again 1 crore, what was the capital standing to the account of Raidu is 1 crore. Now firm gave him one immovable property. They gave him jewelry. They gave him shares. Along with that, they gave some money. So they gave him firm, gave him some money, shares, jewelry and land. So 11 UA will come into play, sir. All those, your tax planning is gone. Wherever you give immovable property, rule 11 UA, fair market value concept, guideline value has come. Take all the guideline value. So there A is equal to B plus C minus D and 9B both will apply there. And when I give, for example, 1 crore capital, this immovable property, fair market value, as well as jewelry, etc., it becomes 2 crores. On that 1 crore, to make example more clear, I gave a land to Raidu. Okay, retirement took place, 1 crore capital, I gave a land. Sir, it is 2 crores, sir, guideline value, fine. 2 crore minus 1 crore. On that 1 crore, I have to pay capital gains, 45.4. Now the firm will ask me, what is the benefit, sir, to me? I paid 1 crore extra, on that I paid tax. And Raidu, what is the benefit is exempt in his hands. So firm, what is the benefit? Rule 8AA, Rule 8AB. What are they telling? If only it's a capital asset, not in 9B. I am telling you this benefit will come only in 45.4. So when I am giving immovable property to Raidu and I have paid the tax, the law is telling me 45.4 and Rule 8AA, 8AB, they are telling how much you paid the amount. Whatever amount is paid extra, accumulate on which you paid tax, that amount you appropriate, allocate, distribute. To whom? To the remaining assets of the firm. Whatever extra I paid to Raidu, whatever amount I paid, now you allocate, distribute, apportion to the remaining assets of the firm. And how should I pay tax now? I gave him land now. How should I pay tax? How to know whether long term or short term? You will understand funny rules. They are telling based on the holding period of the remaining assets. If the remaining assets are long term in nature or short term, then whatever asset I gave to Raidu, I have to pay long term gain or short term gain. Now what is the benefit? Suppose there are 2 lands. 2 lands. 1 land I gave him, sir, 1 more land is there. So whatever amount I paid tax I gave him, I am allocating to the 1 more land. Remaining assets I told in the firm. That remaining asset I allocated. On that remaining asset, this is only land. I were to sell after 3 years. So at that time, what the rule is telling, when you sell that remaining land after 3 years, in that sale consideration, reduce the amount allocated and distributed because you paid tax on that already. So I will not collect. It is like advance tax paid by the firm now. So that I'll reduce it in the year of sale of the remaining property. All this, when it comes here, changes are there. Even what do you mean by reconstitution? Reconstitution means somebody retires, such that there are remaining partners. Or reconstitution means somebody is admitted, such that there are remaining partners. Or change in profit sharing ratio. Even that amounts to reconstitution of all the partners. So these 3 are there. So you are filling up everything here. But you will have to make sure, the firm has to give a balance sheet on the date of reconstitution. and that fellow exited, you have to exactly, if you give the capital, sir, 1 crore capital, 1 crore give, no problem. If you are giving a penny more, 45(4) 9B will come into play. And you have to fill up a form also, 5C. You have to fill up a form 5C and upload it. So be careful, these are all issues. And for this, if you are not doing it, wait for 148. Again, 148 notices will be issued now. All reconstitution wherever, earlier department, you know what we are doing, all of you. Earlier their reconstitution in the firm, we used to write a letter, attach a certified copy of the partnership deed, file it with the ITO, those days. Now that concept is not there. But you are filling up this clause. So this clause will lead to the question, officer will ask, yes, this fellow retired, this fellow is admitted, this is the change in profit sharing ratio. Through this clause he will come to know, he will tell, give me the details. So here, be careful, get done. Please see that compliance is made through 45(4) and 9B. So these are one more issue I thought I should bring to your notice. Any question, sir? Any question? Or any opinion? Let us go to clause 11. Sir, what is clause 11? It talks about books of accounts. Whether books of account as prescribed under 44A, if yes, list of books so prescribed. It talks about books of account prescribed. Then B is telling list of books of account maintained, address at which books are kept. They want to know the address at which books are kept. Suppose it is in your SAP in cloud. They want the address at which books are kept. Give the IP address. In case books of accounts are maintained in system, mention the books generated by such system. If the books of accounts are not kept at one location, furnish the addresses of location along with details of books of account maintained at each location. So our article is doing the tax audit, etc. Yes. Books of accounts maintained, CS office. I am only doing the bookkeeping. Fill up the address. Not maintained in one location. Sometimes he takes it home also. So write that address, both address write. Chartered accounts home, chartered accounts office address. If you give that address, this clause is for survey. Wherever the books are kept, the department will come for survey. Wherever the clause are kept, the department will come for survey. 3 days back, one survey took place after a long time here in Bangalore. Survey took place by the wing. And last week, search was there, massive search carried out at Goa. Anyway, surveys have reduced drastically since the last 5 years. Surveys have reduced drastically. If today there was a survey in a jewelry shop, if there is a survey, so what precautions you will have to take? Suppose there is a survey, there is a stock, example 20 kgs in the books, 20 kgs in the books. The officer invariably, now what is the gold rate, what is the silver rate. Now they are getting ready now. Just let the festival over karke, eat nicely, sweets, everything, make the sales. Next day festival will attack you now. Because you know what is the rate of silver and gold. So you come karke. They will see the stock. 25 kgs they found, simple. 20 kgs in the books, 25 kgs they found physically. 5 kgs extra. 5 kgs extra, what to do? Section 68, cash credit, 69, unexpended investment, 69, A, B, C. Your partly discharged money, bullion, etc. 69C, unexpended expenditure. 69D, inconsequential section, amount borrowed or repaid by way of undi, etc. These 6 sections. Officer will come, sir, 5 kgs extra you found. 5 kgs of gold, how much today? 1 crore. 5 kgs, 5 crores. So 5 kgs, 5 crores, I will invoke what? Section 69, unexpended investment, or 69A, partly discharged gold, bullion, jewelry, etc. Pay 60% tax, then 25% surcharge. 60 plus 25% is how much, sir? 60 into 25%, 15, 75. 4% health and education cess. Plus 10% penalty, 115 BBE. What is that penalty? 10% of tax. What is the rate of tax? 60. They are asking, why, sir, so less, sir, penalty 10%? Tax is steep, sir, 60%. So 10% of 6. 10% of 60 is 6. So 85%. So be careful whenever they come here now. Or you find one book, you are a real estate fellow. You are a real estate fellow. On money you have received. In a book you have written, received from Chandrakant Rao, 10 lakhs. Received from Manoj, 10 lakhs. Received from Raju, 10 lakhs. So 269 ST will come into force. He will tell cash receipt more than 2 lakhs, all their names are there. 133.6 will invariably go to there. They invariably will deny. No, I have not given. He has planted my names in the book. He has invariably, all 3 will deny. No, I have not done any transaction with him. So 269 ST will come 85 plus 100% penalty, 185%. If they come to me consultant, I went to consultant, it all 185% book karke. So how it take, then again you have forgotten one draconian section in the Act, 271 AD, for all GST frauds. GST frauds, there is one hardly 7-8 line section, 271 AD. What is 271 AD? What is 271 AD, sir? For all GST frauds. It was for all GST frauds, bogus purchases, etc., bogus billing cases. I am not bothered about that 100% penalty, etc. They are telling the person who made that first mentioned person, that is the client, to take such entries, even he will be enforced with 100% penalty. So when the search come, they will ask the client, you got these entries, bogus purchases, bogus billing, etc. He helped me, sir. He helped me. 100% will be paid by him. I took 20,000 fees, 50,000 fees. So still it is not in practical mode here. 271 AD, very dangerous draconian provision. Anyway, bogus billing, you will get caught, 100% you pay tax. He will tell, he helped me karke. They are telling you, accountant. Accountant means chartered accountant. Then again, two are there. Valuation. Valuer also is there word. Valuer is also there. So be careful. Those days are not far off when 131, 132, etc. summons, your statement will be recorded. Sir, he is the one. Anyway, I am dying. You also die with me. You are making me 100% penalty. You only gave me this. So 100%. So that is there. 7 lines. 7 lines. That's all. 6 lines. 271 AD. So be careful. All these provisions are there. Now when the survey comes, come to me. Connect with tax audit. When the survey comes, I declared 5 kgs extra. Yes, sir, 5 kgs. So I will tell, no, sir, I want to cooperate with the department. 5 kgs are there, sir. Consider as business income. Kindly don't read 68, 69. Consider as business income. You have 6 high court judgments. What did you find? Where did you find? Did you find iPhone? Did you find anything other than stock? That means what? I have rotated the stock. I have not declared. What is that stock? Nothing but my stock in trade, nothing but my business. And where did you find? In my business premises. So courts are telling what he rotated was the stock not declared. I will declare business income. If I declare business income, I'll get a breather, 30% tax plus cess plus surcharge, etc., etc. I will tell the department, you help me out, I will pay tax, I will declare. So there we can request for valuation of jewelry, example, valuation, and then you pay the tax, etc. Now connect with tax audit. In the tax audit report, what should I give, sir? Where should I declare that there is a survey which has happened, karke? Where should I declare now? Or search which has happened? Or I made a declaration? What will you do? Yes, sir, issues with regarding tax audit. That is why entire story was told. We came back to tax audit now. What is your opinion, sir? Survey took place in the premises. You will have to give in the audit report itself. Survey took place in the premises, etc. So all this, be careful. All this, it will have an impact even in your tax audit report. You will have to declare there. And again, what will you tick? And whatever stand you have taken. Any questions, sir, up till now? So these books of account are maintained. List of books and nature of relevant documents examined. So books prescribed. What are the books prescribed? Then what are the books maintained? And what are the books examined? Now, what is the list of books of accounts maintained? Address if such books are kept. When to maintain books, for example, first of all. Who should maintain books? There is no section in the Act which says a businessman should maintain books, day book, ledger, etc., etc. Books are to be maintained only for specified professionals, not for anybody. Then why you are businessman, you are telling you maintain day book, ledger, etc., etc.? Because section 44A itself is telling the assessee may maintain such books as may enable the assessing officer to correctly deduce the income therefrom. Therefore, by default, I am maintaining ledger, day book, etc., etc. No section in the Act which mandates businessman or they tell you have to maintain these books, only for specified professionals. So 44A, please see, specified profession 44A1, other than 44A1. In that also there are two breakup there, 44A1, assessees individual or HUF, assessees other than individual or HUF. So assessees individual or HUF, sir, check the turnover, check the gross receipts. Turnover or gross receipts exceeds 25 lakhs or income is more than 25 lakhs, I mean your 2.5 lakhs, any books. If the turnover or gross receipts up to 25 lakhs, or income up to 2.5 lakhs, no books are mandatory. Now come that side. Assessee other than individual or HUF. If turnover or gross receipts exceeds 10 lakh of rupees or income is more than 1.2, any books. Similarly, turnover or gross receipts is up to 10 lakh or income is up to 1.2 lakh, no books are mandatory. Now come to specified profession. If the gross receipts exceeds 1.5 lakhs, rule 6F1, books prescribed in 6F2 and 6F3. For example, in case of doctor, your daily case register also. If the gross receipt does not exceed 1.5 lakh, no books are mandatory. Now what is the issue here? 44 AD. Turnover 2.5 crores. I declared less than 6%, less than 8%, or 6% or 8%. Here you are telling if my turnover or gross assessee is other than individual or HUF, 44 AD will apply to whom, sir? Individual and HUF and firm. Does not apply to LLP. So assessee is other than individual or HUF, turnover exceeds 10 lakh or income exceeds 1.2 lakhs. 44 AD, 2.5 crores, I told you turnover. Partnership firm. 6% or 8% as the case may be, declare or not declare. And they have commission income also, they have brokerage income also. What is your opinion? Or profession. Profession or a doctor. Doctor is having a nursing home also and is having this medical store also. Now a person is having next issue, F&O. F&O, how to calculate turnover, etc. Person is an agriculturist. Agricultural income is 1,000 crores. I have got 100 acres of agriculture land. 1,000 crores my turnover. I am a charitable trust. Tell me all answers for 6 issues. First issue, 44 AD, what to do, sir? Commission, brokerage, etc. Profession. Person is having both business income, profession. Make the issue simple. Having both profession and business. Chandrakant Rao, chartered accountant, carrying on profession, also having business income. Can I declare 50% under 44 ADA and 8% or 6% 44 AD? Yes, sir? You are going against the section itself. 44 AD 6, 44 AD subsection 6 is crystal clear. Are you carrying on profession? Yes, sir. Are you having commission? Yes, sir. Are you having income in nature of agency? You cannot come under 44 AD. Section. But what to do? My ITR allows, Winman allows. So I am going. Continue to do, don't worry. So Chandrakant Rao, against section 44 AD 6 mandates, you cannot, you are a professional, you cannot go for 44 AD. 44 AD 6, clearly it says. But your Winman is allowing, so I go ahead. Until the going is good, you go ahead. But it is against the law. Come to the agriculturist, sir. 1,000 crores turnover, 200 acres land. What will you do? Audit or no audit? Agricultural income is there. What to do, sir? Audit or no audit? Why do you want to reduce your number of audits, sir? Who told you to, educate them? Continue to do the tax audits. Anyway, nil not applicable, 3CD, 3CB. How long it takes? Continue to do tax audit. Why you want to reduce the tax audits? And agricultural income, definition of land, everybody is confused, sir. Wherever go all over India, we are all confused. 214 within bracket 3. 214 within bracket 3, clause A, clause B. 214 within bracket 3. So I am standing there. Okay. So I am standing there now. I am standing here. It's an agricultural land. I am within the jurisdiction. Okay. I am inside the jurisdiction. Is it an agricultural land? Not an agricultural land. I am inside the jurisdiction. When I move outside, it is a capital asset if I am inside the jurisdiction. Don't get confused. If I go outside the jurisdiction, from the jurisdiction 2 kilometers, 6 kilometers, 8 kilometers, and then what is the population? 10,000, 1 lakh, 10 lakhs, etc. 2 kilometers, 6 and 8. That is from the end of the jurisdiction. Yes, sir. So I am inside the jurisdiction, always capital asset. Don't confuse. From where the jurisdiction ends, I will go here. The jurisdiction has ended. Now start 2 kilometers, 6 kilometers, 8 kilometers, and also think, calculate the population. Suppose when I come out, I fall under one more jurisdiction. That juxtaposing is there. Sir, I came out, sir, here. This is the end of jurisdiction. 2 kilometers, 6 or 8. I fell into one more jurisdiction. Always you can argue, I am inside the jurisdiction. The officer will argue. So what is your opinion? What is urban agriculture land? What is rural agriculture land? Anyway, we are telling agricultural land exempt, not a capital asset, finish. Why you want to break your head? If it taken for scrutiny, we'll see. What, sir? It is within the... we'll take the urban land, finish it. So be careful, sir. I saw one beautiful assessment done. They claimed that agricultural land, sale of agricultural land, not a capital asset, 214(3), etc., exempt. How beautifully the officer captured satellite images. Satellite images, they took that satellite images, they captured the distance also. Now that distance also 2 kilometers, 6 kilometers, 8 kilometers. Earlier you go to Tehsildar, etc. Get it done. What is there? It is within 2 or he'll write 8 kilometers. Why do you worry? I know what to do. Karke. So now satellite image they will capture. How did you tell karke? Or why did you give certificate karke? Those days are gone. Now with AI, so it's very, very difficult there. Sir, why unnecessary? Sale of capital, I have sold capital asset, 12.5% tax. Can't I pay 12.5% tax? I will tell the client to take every rupee in white now. Show long-term capital gain. 12.5% tax, what else you want? Beyond 12.5%, what will I save there? 12.5% tax, easily I can pay. Again, 45(5)(a), you are having lot of confusion. 45(5). What is 45(5)(a)? Applies only to individual and HUF. 45(5)(a). What is in 45(5)(a)? You enter into a joint development agreement. Section is crystal clear. You enter into joint development agreement, individual HUF. This provision applies only to individual HUF. You entered into a specified agreement. What do you mean by specified agreement? It should be a registered agreement. Now when to tax? In the year in which you get the CC or OC, etc. Section says CC, completion certificate. Therefore, in states where there is no CC, you will tell OC. Therefore, there is no CC, because there is OC, section fails to operate. OC or CC is there in the year of receipt of CC, you pay the tax. Department has become very clever. Today entered into a registered agreement, specified agreement. Today the guideline value will be 10 rupees example. After 5 years, when the CC comes, that 10 rupees will become 1,000 rupees. They are telling, I am giving you benefit. Don't pay in the first year. You pay in the year in which you get the CC. Sir, they are getting more tax. That guideline value will increase from 10 rupees to 100 rupees. In the 5th year when I got the CC, I will pay the tax. And how you are calculating capital gains? All the matters are bound to go to High Court. All the matters. Because what are they telling? Land always belongs to me, sir. Section is telling how foolishly worded it is and what are various interpretations. I am not very happy with the drafting of 45(5)(a). It is foolishly worded. What are they telling? I am the owner of a land now. I am the owner of the land. For simplicity's sake, 50%, 50%. 50% land, 50% constructed area, give it to me. 50% of the constructed area, give it to me. They are telling when you give the land and when you get the constructed area, you calculate as though entire land is given. How I can consider, sir, I am the owner of the land. I have not parted with the possession of the land. 50% of the land always belong to me. That 50% of it I have not parted. So we are calculating by default entire land. Then when I get, you are reducing the entire land again. 50% of the land always belong to me. I have not given the possession at all. So these issues can be only resolved in the High Court. Now you have to just take a stand, that's all. And 45(5)(a), anyway, in the year of, when you get the completion certificate, you are bound to pay the tax, etc. So this is rule 6F2, etc. Moving forward, sir. How many years should I maintain the books of accounts? 128(5) of Companies Act 2013. Every company shall maintain the book for not less than 8 years. However, with regard to minutes and statutory registers, it shall be maintained by the company since inception. Because these are all the principal documents of the company which needs to be preserved and maintained. Now at the end of each clause, I have given some observations which are given by, this reporting in tax audit report. Whatever they are telling, very beautiful, book brought out by the institute. They are telling whatever mistakes you are doing. In each clause, they are telling these are the mistakes you are doing. So at the end of each clause, I have taken that. Whatever mistakes are being committed. At the end of each clause, it is there. For example, in this nature of business, they are telling here, institute is telling, while reviewing various tax audit reports, it was observed that the codes for the business or profession for all main activities were not reported. where they could be located clearly from the annual report. And for the books example, what are the mistakes we are doing? What are they telling? Yes. The fact that the books of accounts are maintained in a computer system not reported in many cases, for the companies, you are writing no books of account have been specifically prescribed under 44A and or under Rule 6F, 1962. In some cases, yes was reported, while no should have been reported under this clause. In 3CD, I am reporting yes. You should report no. In various cases, location of maintenance of books of account not reported, while the same is the requirement of the format as well as the guidance note. Also, the fact that books of accounts are maintained in a computer system not reported. Various other relevant documents examined such as bills, vouchers, receipts, debit note, credit note, inventory register, agreements, orders, original purchase invoice, etc., based on which preliminary entries are passed in the books have been missed reporting in many cases. Why? Because they are asking nature of relevant documents. Question itself is wrong. You cannot ask nature of relevant documents. You should have asked what are the relevant documents you examined. How can I give the nature of relevant document? Suppose I examine credit note, debit note, purchase register, sales register. I examined stock register. Stock register is not books of account for information. Anyway, it's relevant documents. So, nature of relevant document is a wrong word. I cannot give the nature of each relevant document. I can give a list of relevant document. So, they are telling you have missed about all these things. Reporting. Yes, sir. Nature of business or profession, if more than one business or profession carried on during the previous year, nature of every business or profession. If there is any change in the nature of business or profession, please give particulars of such change. Now come here. In utility format, if anybody has bothered to see, there are sector and subsector of business and profession. How many sectors are there, sir? And how many subsectors are there? There are round about 23 sectors and total subsector in the 23 types of businesses, 364 businesses are there. You are telling it does not, my business will not follow any of the 364 businesses. Till now, what is captured, till yesterday, 364 types of subsectors are there in the Form 3CD. 23 types of sectors are there. So what is the mistake here we are making? While reviewing various tax audit reports, it was observed that the codes for the business or profession for all main activities were not reported, where they could have actually been clearly located from the annual report. Annual report we could locate, but not filled up in the 3CD. When can I revise my audit report, sir? When can I revise my audit report? Can I revise my audit report? When, sir? For example, 40IA, bonus payable, 43B. Because you know there is a 1 month gap between filing of return and uploading of my tax audit report. At the time of uploading tax audit report, for example, 31st October, he is going to tell, no sir, bonus I have not paid. I can't tell you, no, it is paid and allowed. I will disallow, sir, 43B, I will make a addition. But he paid next month. 43B he paid. 43B bonus allowed on payment basis. Example, bonus payable, 1 crore. Audit report I gave because he had not paid. So I made a disallowance, Form 3CD, 3CB, etc. But in the return now, that 1 crore, he has made a payment next month before the due date of filing return of income. I can revise. Again, 40IA, for example, TDS. So he made the payment of TDS along with penalty, interest, etc. deducted and remitted before the due date of filing return of income. 40IA I will allow now. So I can revise my tax audit report. So says the guidance note. Para 15.12 of the guidance note itself is telling. Sir, these are all the qualifications which are prescribed in 3CA and 3CB at para 3 and para 5. These are all pre-printed. Proper books of accounts to enable reporting 3CD have not been maintained by SSA. You tick that, upload the audit. Second one says, all information explanation to the best of my knowledge, belief or necessary purpose of audit has not been provided by SSA. Documents necessary to verify reportable transaction not made available. See the fourth one, proper stock records are not made available. Stock records are not made available. You are going to tick that and upload the report. Yield percentage, etc. Then you see there, 11, creditors under MSME not ascertainable. This is not new, sir. 2006 itself it was there, MSME Act. See, 8th one, TDS returns could not be verified with the books of accounts. Prior period expenses are not ascertainable. GP ratio is not ascertainable from financial statements prepared by SSC. 15. 16th one, information regarding demand ratio. I told you that has a link with clause 41. GP ratio not ascertainable, had a link with clause 40. Reports of audits, etc. I mean, you are carried out by excise service tax. I told you clause 37, 38, 39. So that is why what we are doing, my office has taken a stand. I am filling everything in 17, sir. I am not taking that 1 to 16. So all my disclosure, disclaimers I am giving here. For example, 48 to be your 40A3, etc. That 10,000 more or etc. 20,000 or more. How can I find out, sir, paid by account pay checks or not? When the check itself is in possession of the banker, has the client made a photocopy of each check to check that? I don't know. Whether it was cross check, uncross check, account pay check, etc. Unless you make a photocopy of all the checks are lying in the possession of the banker. Is it possible for me to verify each check? So I am giving there. All those observations, what was there, I am putting everything in 17. Yes, sir. Partner in a firm obtained remuneration of 12 crores. Is it mandatory for Mr. A to get the accounts audited since remuneration received from firm exceeds specified limit? Fellow has received 12 crores salary from a firm. Is it, should he do the tax audit, sir? Profession or business? 12 crores remuneration from the firm. Can I apply 44 AD, a 50% or 44 AD? Or shall I do the audit? What to do? Pardon, sir? Yes. It is not a turnover, basically. Perizad, Zorabian, Irani, Bombay High Court, 44 ABB would apply in case of a person carrying on profession if gross receipts exceed 50 lakhs. Where the gross receipt is less than 50 lakhs, presumptive provisions, etc. would apply. Term profession in 236 includes vocation. Income earned as remuneration in the capacity of working partner cannot be held as carrying on profession as well as business simultaneously different field. The court adverted to Madras High Court decision in the case of Anand Kumar. Anand Kumar's case dismissed. It is not in favor of the SSC. Concurred with the findings of Madras High Court, remuneration interest received cannot be termed to be turnover of the business. Court accordingly held that provisions of 44AB would not apply to the SSC since the remuneration from partnership firm cannot be treated as gross receipt in profession. This is Anand Kumar, Madras High Court. Mm-hmm. Okay. No. The opinion here, Bombay High Court, Madras High Court is emphatic, sir. They are telling this cannot be considered as turnover for the purpose of business. Now, second issue. We will go to a few more issues. How to calculate, sir, for derivatives F&O? Is it speculative, non-speculative? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 50% torsangilla, sir, salary. I mean, you have to tax everything under 28.
No, but am I eligible for claiming 40 ADA? As a professional income, I receive 70 lakhs. Can I take a benefit of 44 ADA with this 50% of reduction?
Not possible, sir.
But Supreme Court decision is there. Are you aware of it?
For the remuneration from a firm, you want to apply 44 ADA at 50%.
Yes.
No. Which Supreme Court decision you are talking about? And in which context it was rendered? Because as of today, if you see the guidance note, our guidance note is also crystal clear. They are telling that 50% you have to apply to what? To the receipts, professional receipts,
yes.
Or turnover of the business, etc.
Turnover, leave it. I'm only a partner.
Only you are talking about your.
Yes.
So for the partner, what remuneration is there, whether it can be fitted in the concept of the gross receipts from the profession. Karke. Pardon, sir? There is no direct link.
Thank you.
No. See, there is an opinion. What is telling is an opinion. But as of today, I don't think so there is any Supreme Court judgment which is in favor of the associate, which they are telling you can take 50% karke, of the salary received by a firm. I mean, your partner by a firm.
Pardon me,
Professional firm. Your
Professional-
question is on professional firm.
Yes, yes.
As of today, I am telling you, as of today.
A chartered accountant, a big four firm,
Yeah.
he is getting it and he is claiming it and getting it allowed. He is that, and of course I'll give you the Supreme Court decision.
Okay.
So it is being.
No,
allowed.
in
Now
my
all the-
opinion, sir, my opinion is that whatever salary received from a firm by a partner practicing as a chartered accountant,
Yes.
from a professional firm,
Professional
it cannot amount to turnover or gross receipt. It has to be shown clearly under the head, because if you see, sir,
For him,
under
it is a
section
gross
28.
receipt only. For him, it is a gross receipt only.
Okay, fine, but if you see 28, act idiyappa, you act idya. If you see 28, clearly it says salary from a partner from a firm shall be taxed as business income.
Yes.
Shall be taxed under the head income from gains of profits and profession. 28 it is there.
Correct.
Clearly it says.
So because of that only, I am claiming 50%.
Yes. But my simple question is 50% is of what? It is of the
Gross
turnover or gross receipts.
Yes.
So 50%, if you see these two courts also, let us just see the judgment here. Yes. If you see this Bombay High Court, exactly this is on the point, sir. Perizad Zorabian, because Perizad Zorabian Iran is a film actress and from a profession. Please understand, very important issue he has raised. Court held that section 44AB would apply in case of a person carrying on profession if gross receipts exceed 50 lakhs. Okay, no problem. 44AB more than 50 lakhs. Where the gross receipt less than 50 lakhs, presumptive provisions 44ADA would apply. Go forward. What is meant by profession? The term profession defined in 236 includes vocation. Income earned as a remuneration in the capacity as working partner cannot be held as carrying on profession as well as business in a different field. Court is telling the opinion, it cannot be considered. Why? Who is carrying on the profession? Who has received it? The firm has received that. So for the firm, be it carrying on business or be it carrying on profession, that is gross receipt or turnover in the hands of the firm, not in the hands of the partner. The term profession includes vocation. Income earned as remuneration. Honorable Bombay High Court is telling, income earned as remuneration in the capacity of working partner cannot be held as carrying on profession. Income earned from business liable for tax audit. Okay, go forward. While the first one is for business, second one is respect of profession. Okay. None of the clauses of 44AB envisages a situation where assessee is carrying on both profession as well as business. Fine. The court adverted to Madras High Court, Anand's decision. Yes. Concurred with the findings of Madras High Court that remuneration and interest received cannot be termed to be turnover of the business. Turnover of the assessee, sorry. So Bombay High Court is agreeing with the Madras High Court. In the Madras High Court, exact issue was there, sir. Exact issue, Anand Kumar's case, Madras High Court. What was the issue? That I want to claim 8% or your 6% of the case. They are telling not possible because it is not turnover at all. Once it is turnover only, you can take it as 8% or 6%. Honorable Madras High Court is telling it cannot be considered turnover of the partner. It can be considered as a turnover of the business in a different field, but not, in the hands of the firm, not in the hands of the partner. Therefore, the court accordingly held that provisions of 44AB would not apply to the assessee. This only in context of 44AB, since the remuneration from firm cannot be considered as gross receipt from profession at all. If you see, now we'll come to Anand Kumar case also, Madras High Court.
Sir,
If you see Madras High Court, sir, yeah.
Sir, can a partner raise an invoice, take it as a professional income instead of remuneration?
Then okay. You see, it is not he is not taking the remuneration as a partner. It's a separate 194J will come, you are telling.
Yes, yes.
Then you apply. You are not taking as a partner. You are taking independently.
Yeah,
See, next year onwards, I'll tell you, next year onwards, 194T is applicable.
Yeah.
If you are paying interest, remuneration, commission, rent, etc. to a partner. Now it started already, 194T.
10%.
In the capacity as a partner. This is not received in capacity as a partner.
Though I am a partner,
Yeah.
I'm not taking it as a remuneration.
That is not, see, it is not as per the partnership deed, basically. So there you can do the tax planning. That is different matter. Here you are receiving what sir is telling. You are receiving remuneration as a partner.
No, I felt sir said he was raising invoices and probably taking it as
Maybe.
professional.
In that context, maybe I think that tax planning. Partner
Yeah,
only.
he is a partner, but still raising invoice, I mean, taking it as professional income instead of remuneration.
Now just we'll wait for Anand Kumar's case. Mumbai High Court. Please see Mumbai High Court, what are they telling? The court took note of the analysis carried out by tribunal as well as the correctness of the order passed by assessing officer. The tribunal, while deciding the case, took note of 28.5, which I told you, 28.5, which deals with profits and gains of business or profession, noted that as per the clause 5, 28.5 is crystal clear. It says any interest, salary, bonus, commission, remuneration received by a partner shall be chargeable to tax as profits and gains of business or profession. It may be noted that proviso to 28.5 limits such income liable to tax to the extent it is allowed in the hands of the firm. This problem you are going to face next year, all of you, in plenty, because 194T, 10 lakh salary you are giving to partner now. Already deducted, beyond 20,000, that 10% whatever. 10 lakhs, 1 crore 20 lakhs, 10% deducted, 194T. Allowed in the hands of the firm? Suppose 1 crore 20 lakhs, allowed only 60 lakhs there. So here mismatch will come. 1 crore 20 lakhs TDS, Form 26 AS, AS, etc. But you will offer only 60 lakhs now. I am raising one more issue, only 60 lakhs. CPC will take up processing of intimation. No, TDS deducted on 1 crore 20 lakhs. Whereas offered only 60 lakhs. Pardon, sir? So these problem will come now, 194T. Anyway, so what is the court telling? The court held that when provisions of 44AD are opted, assessee is exempted from maintenance of books, etc. Court held that the words which are used in 44AD are total turnover or gross receipts, which presupposes it pertains to sales turnover, and no other meaning could be given to the said words, and if done so, the purpose of introducing 44AD would stand defeated, etc. Similarly, there is one more decision. AO can't treat turnover of the firm running a nursing home as professional income if doctors have declared fees in their ITR, etc. Anyway, sir, you can, it's based on a case law, you can take your stand, but in my opinion, it would be difficult to convince the authorities. I will follow 28.5, I will declare it separately under the head income from business or profession. I will not consider it as a part of my turnover. No expenditure allowed, sir. No expenditure allowed. Because for 28.5, you are declaring under 28.5. Probably you are telling my phone call, etc. Firm. Okay, fine. Right. Where is the nexus, sir? Where is the nexus? You are receiving salary in interest. Salary you are receiving and you invested in the firm on a capital. You are not getting salary on the capital. Fine. Their nexus to be proved, you can claim. Not an issue. To the extent of interest earned from the firm, if you have borrowed loan, invested in the capital, nexus to be proved. Then against interest received from the firm, interest paid you can claim, 3613, etc. Be careful, nexus. Pardon, sir? Continue to do so. Faceless, senseless assessment is there. 10 years case will not be taken up. One fine day they will introduce VS. You can take a call. Sir, now come to this, sir, F&O.
Yes,
F&O, how to calculate turnover?
Naveen,
Is it speculative, non-speculative? Sir?
I've just put it to ChatGPT.
Yes, sir.
And it says, a partner in professional firm receiving 70 lakhs as remuneration can opt for Section 44 ADA,
Right.
which allows professional to declare 50% of their gross receipts as taxable income.
Fine.
However, there is a crucial condition: the gross receipts should not exceed 50 lakhs or 75 lakhs as it may be applicable. At least 95% of the receipts are through digital modes.
Okay.
In this case, since the remuneration is 70 lakhs and assuming it is mostly digital, the partner might be eligible for Section 44 ADA. However, the partner must ensure that the firm's profession falls under the notified professional under Section 44 AA.
Fine.
Such a legal, medical, engineering and accountancy.
Right. There are 12 types, specified businesses, specified profession.
Regarding the Supreme Court decision, in support, I could find specific mention of such decision in the provided context.
What is the citation, sir? Supreme Court?
No, that he has not given.
Okay.
I couldn't find.
Nevertheless, there are tribunal decisions that support the applicability of section 44 ADA to the partners of a professional firm.
Fine, fine. So what he says is, but there is a limit, sir. 50 lakhs or 75 lakhs?
Yeah.
Up to 50 lakhs or 75 lakhs?
Okay, whatever is
He has
applicable.
given that chat
Yes.
GPT. There is an opinion that, one more opinion is coming, although I may not necessarily agree with sir here. There is an opinion given there which is telling up to 50 lakhs or 75 lakhs, you go ahead karke. Suppose it goes beyond 50 lakhs or 75 lakhs also, you can go up to 10 crores because of that proviso. 95% of the receipts are by banking channel, only 5% is cash. That is extending that. It's an opinion, that's all. Pardon, sir? Yeah. Right.
You are liable for tax audit. Usha Narayan case, I think.
Okay,
if I'm
okay.
not wrong. So then the reverse should also be acceptable by them. 44 ADA should also be acceptable. When they say for 44 tax audit it's there, then reverse also they should allow.
No, I'll tell you what happens now. For example, you are a partner in a firm. I'll give you an entire picture now. We'll make a case study on the entire picture. Because I cannot necessarily say what you want me to say. Although also what ChatGPT wants me to say, I have my own ideas and planning. Now I'll structure a case now. For example, you are a partner in a firm. Your salary is say 1 crore. Entire year 1 crore. I'll go by 44 ADA, 50%, I mean for less than 75 lakhs, okay. Less than 75 lakhs, I declared 50%, I filed the return. Case is taken up for scrutiny. 50% I have declared. I purchased a property during the year, cost of the property is 1 crore. Case is taken up for scrutiny. 75 lakhs, 44 ADA, 50%. What is the source for the property purchase? The question of the assessing officer. Sir, the answer is out of the professional receipts. 1 crore, 75 lakhs I earned out of my salary. I invested in a property. Very good. Next, you will see the taxability. So, you declared only 50% when you had received salary of 75 lakhs. You purchased a property for 1 crore. Now come to 44 AD and 44 AD, what you have missed the trick there is, or such higher sum as may have to been claimed, earned by the assessee. If my profit is 40%, I can't declare 8%. If my profit is 35%, I am not supposed to declare 8%. Or such a higher sum as may have been declared by the assessee. Law is 44 AD, don't think always 8%, 6%. 44 AD never tells you declare only 6 or 8. It is telling if you are having higher profit, please declare higher profit. So here the assessing officer may take a stand when he comes to see, when he overall picture, no sir, your salary is 75 lakhs, I am going to apply 28.5. So 75 lakhs, because the firm has also claimed deduction of 75 lakhs, etc., 28.5, and you have purchased immovable property, source is your salary income, there may be an evasion of income. So there the addition may be done under section 16 or whatever. Suppose the source is not properly explained. There are conflicting views. I am not disputing, sir. You are telling Calcutta High Court, sir is also giving judgment. I am not at all for a moment disputing. Overall picture scenario I am giving you. So all this stand may be taken by the faceless assessing officer. Yes, sir. You have drawn from the bank. Correct, correct. I am not disputing about that. But he is going to say when your profit itself, see even in the business, when my profit is 40%, why do you declare only 8%? They can always take a stand.
Sir, but irony is when you don't maintain books of accounts, how is then typical assessee going to know what is his actual profit?
No, sir. Here 80 lakhs is the salary, they know the salary.
No, generally I am telling.
Even in the profession also, even in the business also, 1 crore is the turnover. 1 crore is the turnover, they can easily find out what is their profits. They are going to see the expenses also. When it is up to you, the ball shifts to the, see what happens, when they ask the source, it shifts to the assessee. Now you will have to prove that these are my expenses, these are my profit. Yes, sir. Move forward. Don't worry, these are all issues. So we can agree to disagree or disagree to agree. Nothing will happen. Yes, sir. That F&O we didn't discuss. F&O, etc. How to calculate turnover and what to declare. Is it speculation, non-speculation, etc., etc. What is your opinion, sir? What, sir? Nobody wants to discuss F&O, discuss only silver and gold now. We are fed up of share markets karke. Stock markets and share markets. So F&O by very nature is not speculative, sir. 43.5 is clear. It is a non-speculative. It is not your speculative transaction. It is a regular business. Any losses there also you can set off against your regular business. Nothing to worry. Okay. And how to calculate the turnover? Guidance note is giving it. Guidance note is telling absolute, all minuses, plus, etc. Guidance note is clear in its. This calculation of turnover in case of derivatives, etc. Guidance note on tax audit issued by ICAI prescribes the method of determining turnover, total of favorable, unfavorable differences, premium received on sale of options, reverse trade, etc. Then some examples are given from guidance note. Yes, sir.
Sir, F&O.
Yeah.
Can I apply 44 AD?
Apply 6%. It is not 8%, it is always 6% only. You can apply, not an issue.
6% on the aggregate
Turnover.
sum of...
Again, you have to find out the turnover.
That aggregate sum of non-favorable, favorable, that difference.
Yes. 6% of turnover. Yes, sir. Any other issue? We are reaching the time now. How much time, sir, Girish? 1:45. Any other question, sir? I think we have exceeded the time. And you can also, discuss with Deepak. He also has got a lot of legal issues. He will also discuss a lot of legal issues there.
Sir, one hot topic which is going on now in case of jewellery business, many jewellers have disclosed their closing stock on LIFO basis.
That is to avoid tax, sir. That is inventory. See, consistently you have to follow, sir. Whether weighted average, whether FIFO, LIFO, etc. Consistently you have to follow.
Suppose from past 10-15 years I have followed LIFO only, then can I continue still?
No, consistently they have followed. What is to be done?
No, because ICDS 2 specifically...
cost or market value, whichever is less, sir. Then in that, these are the types, sir. But they don't talk FIFO or weighted average.
ICDS 2 doesn't allow LIFO. But jewellers have been following LIFO.
Pardon, sir? So these are all practical issues. Because none of us would qualify the report. None of us are qualifying the report. They are following LIFO or they are following weighted average or FIFO, etc. Various types to value the inventory. Next year the problem will come more than this year. Next year they are going to face bigger problem. Because of the price. Because of the current prices now, next year they are going to face a bigger problem now. Any other questions, sir? Or we will, I think, last 5 minutes, sir. Now we can take some more questions also. Up to 1:45, yes, told. Penalty. Yes. Now what has happened is, they are telling the tax audit report has not been uploaded in time. Which section, sir, penalty? 271? 1.5 lakhs or 5%? Which section? Pardon, sir? People also forgot this section, and because it's a faceless online, there is no link, no penalty is levied nowadays. So that is the practical aspect. Actually, it's raised a very practical issue. Even though audit report is filed beyond the time nowadays, because it is, online, till that link is not there. Even though section is also, you levy penalty also, there is always a reasonable cost. Still, that is inbuilt in the section. Reasonable cost provision is inbuilt in the section. Why was there delay karke? So you can always justify, and a lot of case laws are there in favor. Don't worry about that. Verbatim penalty will not be levied always. They will always give you a show cause. Then you prove your case by evidence, based on the circumstances of the case. There are a lot of judgments in favor of the assessee. Yes, sir. Any other question, sir? What, sir? This is 11. I think those were the major amendments, changes in 3CD. Those were the major amendments which are useful for the practitioners at large. Yeah. For what? Apartment?
because their maintenance receipts will
Please
be-
repeat the question.
Now, tax audit applicability for RWS, apartment associations.
No. Are they carrying on business? My question is, are they carrying on business? If you are carrying on business only, you will come under the provisions of tax audit.
Because
If
GST
there is no business, no
applicability is
profession,
there.
no question of tax audit. Basically, it should be carrying on business or profession. Then only there is tax audit. Otherwise, there is no scope for tax audit.
Thank you.
And 43 CB is now built there. That percentage of completion method, or all that 43 CB, ICDS also, they have brought it in the sections itself now. You can continue to declare your real estate income under that completed contract method or your percentage of completion method. Fine, sir. Thank you very much for a patient hearing.
Thank you, Naveen Ji. I request Chairman to please hand over a memento to the Speaker. Let's have a round of applause, please. Yes. Thank you. Let's break for the lunch. And we'll assemble at 2:30. We have a session at 2:45, but anyway, we try to reassemble at 2:30. Thank you.